Okay, so this is like my third take on this video, and I'm not going to film it again, so if I stutter over myself, I'm just going to accept it and move on, because I don't want to re-record this again. I've spent like 5 minutes on this, maybe 10 minutes on this. I don't want to re-record this. But this is my second video in my 3-part video series on how modern society indoctrinates women. And in this video, I want to talk about why we need more female role models. And I wanted to talk about 3 topics in that. 1, it eliminates the class ceiling, or the unconscious roles we think we need to play. When I was growing up, I was really confused because when I watched television, most women stayed at home while the husband worked. Whereas in my family, my mom went to work, my dad stayed at home. And for me, that was confusing because it made me think that I had to be everything and do everything. I had to basically take care of the household, but then also be the primary breadwinner. So that was super confusing to me. But because I had a strong female role model with, my mom sort of doing everything, even though there were a lot of other things I don't like about my mom, just for the sake of this video, she was a strong female role model because she did everything. It sort of broke the glass ceiling in my mind where it could only be one thing. So I think we need more female role models in every aspect, in every industry, in every field of the world. Someone who does this, someone who does this, someone who does this, someone who does this. And this isn't to say that I'm pro a woman working or I'm against a woman being at home. I'm saying I want women represented in every aspect and every field in society. I don't have a predetermined, okay, I need to do this or I need to be that. But I want to see women in every aspect of society so that women think they can be everything and do everything. There are a lot of stay-at-home wives who love it and who enjoy it. But there are also some people who work and who love it and who enjoy it. But what I want is for women represented in television and in media and books being every sort of person available, so that they don't think that there's only one role for them to fill. The second thing is that I want women to understand that they could be anything that they want to be. When I was growing up, I thought that I needed to either be very, very feminine or be really, really masculine, which sounds sort of weird. But I thought I needed to be a hyper feminine because all of the role models I saw on television were super, super feminine, super, super feminine. But then I played sports. And that was sort of confusing to me because when I'd watch television, men would play sports or the boys would play sports and the girls would play with dolls. And that's what you would see on television. And so for me, I was a tomboy growing up because I played sports, but then everyone else was sort of like in that sort of strict gender role. And so what I want isn't so much men and women doing very specific things on media, but I want them represented doing everything. And that wouldn't make sense in one television show or one book or one movie or one play or whatever. But I want society to be progressive enough to show very limited gender roles, to show no sort of strict women only do this or men only do this. Because I think if we do that, we'll let women believe that they could be feminine and yet strong and powerful and independent too. Strong yet empathetic. Strong yet compassionate. Intuitive yet firm, and this sort of multifaceted thing. And I think in our society a lot of the times women are told that they need to be submissive, they need to be timid, they need to be a pushover. And I think what was confusing to me is that because women are often portrayed in media as submissive, as timid, as quiet, it was very contradictory for me. I studied philosophy, and a huge part of philosophy is speech and debate. You basically come up with an argument defending or arguing against a position. And because that's what it was like to be in speech and debate, it was sort of weird for me because most politicians are men. And as a kid, when they ask you, what do you want to be when you grow up? I honestly said president. I did. I said president. And I thought to myself, do I need to be masculine? Do I need to develop do I need to walk like a man? Do I need to wear a suit? Do I need to drink whiskey? And it sounds weird and sort of childish now, but I thought that if I wanted to be a lawyer or if I wanted to hold a position of power, I needed to develop manly traits. And there was a period in my life, literally, where I wore a tie. And it wasn't like a manly tie, it was just like a Harry Potter tie, but I wore a tie. And part of it was because I liked that and the whole sort of fiction around that. But I think if we have more women in power, we'll understand that you could be feminine yet powerful, where you could be feminine yet in a position of power and strong and empowered. And I keep repeating empowered, but I don't know what else to say for this. And I think what I'm saying is that I want women to believe that they bring more to the table than their appearance. And I talked a little bit about that in the last video, but I think women are so much more than their appearance. And I think women intuitively know this, but society tells them that they need a tight pussy. That's not PG rated, sorry. But society tells women that they need a tight pussy, and society tells women that they're past their prime after 30. And I don't think that's true at all. I don't think that your pussy is the number one thing you bring to the table if you're a woman, and I don't think you're past your prime after 30. And I think women are so intuitive, and I think women are so intelligent, and I think women understand so much of society that they aren't given credit for. And there's this concept of emotional labor, and women are great at it. Women are great at emotional labor, and men don't give them credit for it. And emotional labor is basically this concept of sort of people management or people skills, and women are great at it, and men don't give them enough credit for it, because we live in a society where people value different things. And so the point of this video specifically, out in the sort of 3-part series, and this is the second video in this 3-part series of how women, or of how modern society indoctrinates women, to just sort of touch up on it. The point of this video is to sort of emphasize that if we break down rigid gender roles, women will see that they offer so much more to the table than society wants them to believe. And that society builds a glass box or glass ceiling, not necessarily intentionally, but I think oftentimes unintentionally. And I don't want people to believe that their only value to society is how tight their pussy is, and that they bring so much to the table that they should never feel insecure at all for anything, because they bring so much value to the table. And this isn't a blanket statement saying that women are just awesome because they're women. I know some people are going to be like, you're just saying women are awesome because they're women. But this is me saying that I hate when women are insecure about their appearance. And I hate when women are telling me that they don't think that their eyes are big enough, or their boobs are big enough, or that their pussy's tight enough, or their hair doesn't look perfect. And I don't like when I see videos on YouTube with people saying, oh, I don't think I'm pretty enough, or oh, I need to get plastic surgery, and it bothers me. And it bothers me because I think they think that because society tells them that that if you're not pretty enough, if you're not hot enough, if you're not sexy enough, that you aren't valuable in our society. And I want women to know that they bring so much more than their appearance. And that's sort of like the last video I did, but from a slightly different angle. And until next time, peace out.